Welcome to Web 2.0 Resources for Teachers. My name is Barb Thompson, and I will be conducting the workshop today. I am a middle school teacher. I teach 7th grade social studies at Moon Area Middle School, and I'm currently attending Waynesburg University and getting my master's in instructional technology, which is where I learned how to use all of these cool tools and where I was introduced to a lot of these neat things that we can do in the classroom with our kids. For today, our objective is for you to be able to identify and utilize Web 2.0 tools. We're going to cover 3 of them, but there are so many more out there. So there's a lot more out there that you can research and look into. And then we're going to take those and we're going to apply those Web 2.0 tools for something you can use in your own classroom. So for the purposes of today, we're going to cover 3 different Web 2.0 tools, and they all serve a different purpose. That's why I chose them. One is called Easily, which is basically a poster online, also considered an infographic. The next one is referred to as an Animoto, and that is where you plug pictures and words onto a flat canvas, and it creates a video for you. And then eMaze is very similar to maybe like a PowerPoint online. So it's a web-based presentation software, and because it's web-based, it can do a lot of really cool things with some 3D effects and things like that. Now, the best way to show you these Web 2.0 tools is actually for you to see them in action. It's kind of like when you're learning how to use Web 2.0 resources and tools, like riding a bike. I could tell you everything and go on and on and on, but unless you actually do it and try to do it yourself, that's where you're going to learn the most. So our first visual that I want to share with you is going to be an Animoto, which is a video. So I made an Animoto about Web 2.0 tools and using Animoto. So I simply plugged in information, and this is the video that was created. So Animoto provides the background, and all I do is put the pictures in where I want them to go. So you can add text and you can add pictures. It provides a lengthy list of songs that you could use as well. Backgrounds and songs geared towards elementary as well as middle school and even for high school. So I wanted you to see what that one is like. Also, I wanted you to see what an Easily was like. So I created this Easily to teach my kids about what was going on in Egypt's Middle Kingdom. So this poster actually summarizes everything going on in this particular section in the chapter. So I used visuals so that they could understand what was going on. For instance, they no longer in the Middle Kingdom had pyramids. They had what was called the Valley of Kings. So I tried to teach that to them in a very visual way. When you use Easily, you can choose from lots of different backgrounds, and this is similar to what an infographic would look like. And then the last illustration is going to be what's called an eMaze. So this is my dashboard of all of the eMazes that I have created, and I'll just pull up one to give you an idea of what it looks like. This is probably one of my favorite ones. It's called Gallery. So as you go through the eMaze and present the information, it looks like you're walking through a gallery. And of course, you can add any type of media into this as well. You can add a video if you would like to. So we're going to go into these in more depth. We're going to dive into these today and learn how to use them, and hopefully you will go away with something that you can use for your classroom. So to make sure we're all on the same page, in front of you is a snapshots of what the login screens look like for Easily, for Animoto, and for eMaze. So you were instructed prior to the workshop to go ahead and sign up, create accounts in these applications. If you haven't done so, let's go ahead and do that now. That way we can start working on each one of these. And then we will go ahead, just for simplicity for today, create a folder on your desktop to house the pictures when we start gathering pictures for our Web 2.0 projects that we are going to do today. So go ahead onto your desktop, and what you're going to do is you're going to just click, you can right click, click new, let's create a folder, and I'm sure many of you have done this before, and I'm just going to say images for today. So now I've got my folder, and that'll make it easy to access my pictures so they're not in other areas. Next, what I want to do is we're going to go onto Google Images and show you how to acquire and save your pictures into the folders. Again, many of you may have done this already. So say I want a picture of an apple. So I'm going to go look up apples. Say I like this one right here. So I click on that. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to do Save Image As, and then I will house that image into my folder that I just created on my desktop. That's called Images for Today. And I'm going to name it so that I can find it easily. So I'm just going to name it Apple. And I will save it into my folder on my desktop. So when I go to access that, as I'm using my applications, I'll be able to get my apple out of that folder. Now this will conclude our introduction. The next video will be about topic 1. What are Web 2.0 tools?